Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Man, I hope you're having a good day, guys. That wherever you are, that you're just feeling loved. You're feeling God's love, family, friends. I love you. I don't even know you, but I love you, and you are loved. Anyways, let's get into the video. So today I just wanted to talk about my life a little bit, and it's a little bit of my story. There'll be more videos like this to come in the future, but this is one of the defining things in my life that drastically changed my life, and I want to talk to you guys about it. So sit back, relax, or whatever you're doing. Let's just have a good time. I don't know how long this video will go, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10, maybe 15, but let's just get into it. So my whole life, I've always wanted to be liked by people, if I'm going to be honest with you. The world is so appealing and so attractive, and you just want to fit in. And so you'll do whatever it takes. You'll try and be jacked, as I'll get into, and try and be super muscular, really good at a sport, or the smartest kid taking 7 APs, right? Or you're trying to put on the best makeup to be the most attractive girl in school. Whatever it may be, we're always striving after the world's attention. And sometimes it can lead to really unhealthy things. And that's what I'm going to get into more in this video. But I think it's just important to have this context about it, because it's like, I don't know you on the other side, but you're going through something. Whether it's good or bad, you're going through something, and you're trying to become this character. You're trying to develop to be a great person, which isn't bad. But you have to ask yourself why. Do you want to be liked by others like I was? Or are you trying to follow in God's footsteps? Are you trying to follow his path and his purpose for you? Right? So I think it's really hard to have this discernment. And sometimes you don't know, which is where I'll begin. So when I was younger, I was a very active kid, and I liked to eat a lot. So regular old beginning, age 1 through 10. After 10, though, I wanted to get a little more fit, right? I started playing volleyball for the first time, and I was on a team that was a year older than me. So I was playing with some 11-year-olds and 12-year-olds when I was 10. So I had a pretty big difference in age gap compared to myself, right? And so I needed to get stronger, more fit. And so it kind of led me to asking my dad, hey, how can I get more muscular? How can I get stronger, more fit? And he just gave me a simple regimen. It just started with 5 size push-ups, which if you're not very active, that might be hard for you, right? If you're very active, that might be the easiest thing of your life. But continuing along, I developed into different things, started doing core workouts and starting to go to the gym, played basketball alongside volleyball, things of the such. But then I started to get caught in the world. I started watching YouTube videos about how to get six pack, and it sounds silly, right? But I wanted to be liked. I wanted to be cool. I wanted to fit in. And you see all these models, these Hollywood A-lister actors who are just absolutely gorgeous and super jacked, right? And so you want to fit in. You want to be like them. You want to be cool. You want to be loved. And so I started just cutting my diet too much. I was eating maybe 1,200 calories a day, burning about 3,500 calories. As a growing boy, I should have ate more. I stunted my growth, so I'm a little mad about that still. But I digress. I just wasn't eating enough. And it was because I was starving myself, because I wanted to be cool in this world. I wanted to be liked. And it worked for a little while. People started being like, man, Tyler, you're so disciplined. You're eating nothing but just chicken and broccoli. You don't even eat treats. You're so cool. Like, I wish I was disciplined like you. But you know where that led me? Into the hospital. At the beginning of August 2022, August 1st, I started this new diet. I was working out all the time. I was looking in the mirror every day, trying to be cooler and more fit. By the time the end of August hit, I wanted to go to the doctor. Funny enough, because I felt it wasn't working. My abs weren't showing enough. Keep in mind, if you're really young and you haven't hit puberty yet, you probably can't build much muscle. And this was me. I really hit most of my development around 14. So I did get a decent six pack, but I was so little it wouldn't really show up anyways. But I went to the doctor and they do a bunch of checks, right? Super annoying. They'll do like the knee, if that's a niche one, but they'll do like the ear, check for ear infections, maybe open your mouth, and then they'll do the heart rate. Now, I can't remember exactly the number, but just to give you reference, the average adult or someone who's like fully developed is around 60 to 100, and you're probably in that range of resting, like any given time, like sitting down doing your heart rate now. Mine, I think, was around 30. So that meant that at night, your heart rate drops significantly because you're resting, you're breathing much slower, that I could have died, right? So that was a shocker to me. Now, they didn't tell me that right away because you don't want to freak someone out, but it was that crazy and that low of a heart rate that my doctor said, well, you can go to sleep tonight. I had to beg her to be able to go to my house and sleep in my own bed. She said she wanted me to go to the hospital that night because it was so severe. But I didn't, and I went to my own house. But first thing in the morning, I skipped school. How crazy is that? How would you like to skip school? Probably not for a low heart rate though. I skipped school because I had to go to the hospital. And I went there and I saw people who were bone thin, on the verge of death, and it was scary. I won't lie, it was sad to see people starve themselves so much and for long periods of time, because keep in mind, this was only 2 months and my heart rate got that low. I stunted my growth. What happens if you go past that? And these people did, and it was so sad to see. But over 14 days, I know, not a lot of time, which is amazing because I ate so much, I was able to get out of the hospital and go back to regular life. Now, it took a long time to adjust, and there is a happy ending to the story, which I can tell you. But I came back to volleyball. I lost about an inch of vert, which is funny because I lost weight, but then I guess they had me gaining it back because, you need to be not undernourished. And the first tournament, so I came back to volleyball around November. We had a tournament in December. I didn't do very good, and our team got 5th. But then January, just 1 month later, when everything set in, our team got gold, and I won MVP, which was pretty awesome to get that comeback story. Not everyone's story is going to work out like that. I just got blessed by God with a cool story, comeback. But I think the theme I'm trying to convey to you guys with my own story here is we go through such terrible things to try and impress people, to try and get others to like us. Why? That is not what God wants for us. Is it worth it to gain the entire world but forfeit your soul like the Bible says? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to give up everything? Give up your soul so that the world likes you? Right? My example, I didn't do that, but I was close. I was willing to give up my life. I was working myself so hard. And at what? To gain what people liking me? So I think I'm trying to get you to understand that there are some things in life that we do that is unhealthy. It's an addiction. It's bad. And we do it because we want others to like us, but that's not what we should be doing. God made a perfect design and plan for us, and we shouldn't be going against that just so we can impress others and be liked by the world. We are called to be different people. I realize that now. I hope one day I return to that hospital and encourage others to eat, for one, but also to enjoy their lives. Don't go through such hard things. I don't know what you're going through. Maybe you're a guy like me and you want to put on muscle to impress people and you're going through such harsh things. Like, be healthy. Or maybe you're a girl. You're trying to lose weight because you think people just don't like the way you look or you don't like the way you look. I'm not saying we can't have personal growth in our lives, but you have to do it for the right reasons. You have to have these goals and aspirations for a beautiful and wonderful thing, not for this treacherous thing that won't actually give impact and purpose. The things we do in life should be, for one of our passions, and two, not for other people, but for us to fulfill the things that we want to do, right? If you want to get really strong, right? I'm not saying you can't work hard, you can't burn a lot of calories. Of course, you got to eat enough and not drop a lot of weight. But we have to be doing things for God's purpose, which is wonderful and amazing and beautiful. So guys, I really pray for you guys that you can be doing things for God's reason. You can be doing beautiful and marvelous things in life and accomplishing wonderful things because of what he did for us, that Christ died so we could be born again into a new life and do things not to impress others. I hope you guys picked up on some of the things I was trying to lay down this message. If you ever want to contact me, you can always send us an email or put in the comments. But I do pray for you guys that you can do marvelous things in this world and do them for the right reasons. So I hope you guys don't relate too much to my story. And if you guys have had an eating disorder, I've been there. Maybe it was worse than mine. Maybe I'm just scratching the surface. But I hope you guys can really flourish in life and have a beautiful season, and that you guys can trust and rely on God, because he's always going to be there for you. The world will fail you, but he will never leave your side. So thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless.